Because the deaf have no ethnic or racial ties, it is often believed that there is no deaf culture. From what I understand, this is false. Could you please tell me about some deaf culture?
Sure. Really, there's a lot of deaf culture. Um, the deaf, one thing that they always say, it's a small, small world, because no matter where you go, you know someone, another deaf person who knows another deaf person that you have some ties with. Um, Deaf people like to talk, especially when they get together for dinner, parties, social activities, sports, and they linger and linger and linger because they don't often get to see each other, and so they want to stay and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And I remember when I was little, my mother and father would always say, "Oh, it's time to go, it's time to go. Get your coat, get your hat, get your mittens." And my brother and I would get all dressed up, and my parents would continue to talk and talk and talk and talk, and they wouldn't leave. Um, that's one example. Another example is that deaf people are very, very demonstrative when it comes to affection. They're always hugging each other, kissing each other. Um, Even if they just recently met someone, they would hug them. They always try to make connections with people. If you introduce two people who don't know each other, you would introduce them both by making a connection. Oh, her friend is somebody, or she goes to that church, or she went to that deaf school, something like that. Another example is when they go out to eat any place, always have to have a round table, and that way they can look at each other. And if they go to a wedding, many times in a wedding they will have a round table, but they'll have this big thing right in the middle of the table. The deaf people always take it, put it right on the floor, so they can look at each other and see each other's signs better. Um, if you're learning sign and you meet someone that's deaf and you introduce yourself, always, always, always expect the deaf person to say to you, um, where are you learning sign, who's your teacher, why you're learning sign, um, and things like that.